Hey, it's Allison and Courtney. We're back here for the 4th week of Making Time for Your Health, the gardening and cooking series on herbs. So today we're going to be focusing on thyme, and I'm going to hand it over to Allison and she can talk to us about the gardening aspect.
Welcome back to the Tom Green 4-H Center. This is our Master Gardener's Demo Garden. They have a great demo garden out here if you ever need some ideas. So this is our thyme plant. It's in the sensory garden part. So a sensory garden is a neat thing to have where you just incorporate plants that have different smells and textures and flavors and stuff like that. So we have some good herbs in here. This thyme grows about a foot tall, and it'll stay smaller compared to some of the plants we've talked about. Like rosemary will get very large, but thyme will only spread out maybe a few feet wide and only about a foot tall. You can use it anywhere in your garden that gets full sun. You can use it as a small border if you would like, or you can even shape it into part of a knot garden. Knot gardens are neat little, very formal, high design gardens that you can incorporate into your landscape. So just plant it in full sun, plant it with good drainage. You can build a raised bed for your herbs. A lot of herbs all need good drainage, so you can have a raised bed or a large container. Or if you don't want to do that and your soil is real heavy and sticky, just be sure to incorporate the compost before you plant. Compost will help lighten up and loosen up the soil for better drainage. It's very drought resistant. It's a good plant for West Texas, so a lot of these herbs are really good for our hot, dry summer weather. For caring for this plant, when you water it, just do the ground watering. Don't spray the water all over the leaves. You want to keep the leaves dry. I do recommend mulch a lot. In all your planting beds, mulch is a really good thing. It helps keep the weeds out. It keeps the water in. It helps with water conservation. So wood mulch is great, but if you're planting thyme, just be sure and pull the wood mulch away from the stem a bit. If you pile the wood mulch around the stem, there's a chance that it could rot that stem and damage the plant. Or you could use rock mulch. You could use gravel. Thyme is a great plant for a rock garden. If you have a real hot, rocky, sunny spot where it may be hard to grow other plants, thyme would probably do really well there. You can choose all different kinds of thyme. This one here is German thyme. It's one of the most cold hardy thyme options you can find. You also can choose French thyme, English thyme, lemon thyme, and there's just even a lot more beyond that with different flavors and smells, sizes, and shapes. For harvesting, just some harvesting tips. If you constantly harvest your thyme and just kind of constantly take the top off, you can have a lot of thyme to use in your cooking, and it'll keep your plant a little smaller. It'll keep it softer, and it won't get really woody. Don't over harvest it. You don't want to prune so deep that you get into bare woody stems. So if your plant is really woody, just don't harvest in too deep. If you expose the bare woody stems, you can risk stressing or even killing your plant. But you can harvest a lot. It's a great plant to use for your cooking.
Oh, definitely is. You can, after it's harvested, you can use it for all kinds of things other than cooking as well. But it's used for perfumes, soaps, lotions, even it's in medicines too. But the cooking is my favorite part, and it's widely used in soups and stews and casseroles, and even stuffing and poultry types of dishes. I like to make roasted potatoes, carrots, and green beans with thyme. So I take my potatoes and carrots and I drizzle them with some olive oil, and I put a little bit of thyme in there, and I put it in the oven at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. Now I take it out after 20 minutes and go ahead and add the green beans at that point. And then maybe some fresh garlic as well. Put it back in the oven for 20 more minutes, and then you're going to have a really healthy type of dish, and it's very colorful that I promise you'll like. A good cooking conversion for this, you take about 6 4-inch of the sprigs, and it should convert to about 1 tablespoon of the leaves. So you can use that in your recipes. Make sure that you add this herb. Make sure you add it early, okay, to your cooking process and your recipes. It's really slow to release its flavors, and so you don't want to miss out on that. Next week, we're going to be focusing on mint. So come back next week. We've got all kinds of good things we're going to be talking about, and cooking and recipes as well. So we'll see you next week. Thank you.